So, welcome to the YouTube version of Rational Boomer. I've been on TikTok for about 3 months and I've really become comfortable with doing TikToks. And I think it's largely due to the fact that I spent 40 years in radio, and all those years I've produced and performed literally thousands, if not millions, of news reports, sports reports, commercials, PSAs that all had to conform to 60 seconds. So it wasn't that hard for me to do TikToks. That said, as you can probably tell, I'm a bit of a talker, and I like to expand on some of those things of which I expound, meaning I have more thoughts than I can fit into a TikTok. So I decided to carry over what I'm doing on TikTok, continue to do it, but then lead you over to YouTube where we could talk about the same things every day, but give you a more expansive view of what I'm thinking and what I'm saying. Now, there's a method to my madness here. I do the TikToks every day. Those are fun and easy. Then on every day, I will do a 10-minute expansion of what I was doing on TikTok. And as if that weren't enough, I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, starting a podcast, which will be a half hour to an hour, maybe once or twice a week. So after going through all of that, that should be more than enough of the Rational Boomer for any given week. Now, when I do this show here on YouTube, or when I do the podcast, I want you to understand I'm not going to have guests, at least for the foreseeable future. And there's two reasons for that. First of all, if you don't have an audience, and we're in the new stages here, building an audience, you don't get good guests. And I don't want shitty guests. Secondly, I view you as a co-host and a guest. If you're watching me, that means you resonate with some of the things I say, and you maybe agree with those things I say. And I think we need to give those thoughts and intentions some power. So I would rather talk to you, get your input, get your questions. So when you come to the YouTube channel here, or you go to the podcast, it's going to be absolutely important that you comment, ask questions. You can even ask me things that don't make any sense or that don't agree with me. I'm not opposed to having people disagreeing with me. I mean, you and I can talk every day, all day, and agree on most things, but there are going to be some things that you disagree with, and that's fine. In fact, for programming, that's great. So I encourage you that even if you might like what I'm saying mostly, but here's something you don't like, speak up. My kids do it. My wife do it every goddamn day. So don't feel shy about speaking up in those occasions. I want to make this as interactive as possible, and I want to make it as fair as possible. All I want to do is focus on decency and truth, as opposed to some of the shit we've had to deal with for the last 4 years. So now you know what's going on. Let's talk about some of the things I'm thinking about. We've got the impeachment hearing. And a lot of people are worried, oh, he'll never get convicted. He'll never be accountable. Donald Trump always slips out some way. And other people are afraid, who are fans, say, oh, they can't convict him. He didn't do anything. It's all fake news. And it could go, frankly, either way. But I need you to understand that what way it goes doesn't make a whole lot of difference. How it will end up ultimately will be positive. You see, we're in a situation now in this country because of Donald Trump and the Republicans where everything is bad as it could get. We have a pandemic. We have people starving. We have people homeless. We have people struggling every day. The highest kids' poverty in the world. We also have all kinds of adversarial attitudes. It's very divisive. So with Joe Biden come in, if he does nothing more but be decent, honest, and fair, things are going to get better. But you add into it his years of governing and knowledge of the job, it's going to get a lot better. It can't help but get a lot better. So we're at a turning point here. But where the real decision comes into play is for those senators who have to decide whether Donald Trump is guilty or not. Now, the Democrats will say he's guilty, and that's justified because he did incite an insurrection. It's all on video, for Christ's sake. There's no question about it. You can't debate it. And what he said directly pushed them to the Capitol and gave them the intention to fight. How much clearer could it possibly be? So now those people that vote to impeach him, and if he gets impeached, that's the right thing that should happen, and will let us move along and continue to ascend to some decency and truth. But there may be some people, maybe more than enough people, to stop the impeachment who vote against it. But understand this, no matter which way it goes, we are ascending. We are getting better. The things that Donald Trump and the Republicans did will become exposed. The attitude about those things will change for a lot of people because they can't look at it any other way. Donald Trump can't hide it. Republicans can't cover it up. It's all going to be exposed, and people will know. So don't think that the country isn't going to change. And those people who chose to stand by Donald Trump will be on the wrong side of history. They're going to be looked at poorly for their behavior during this time. So whether we come out the other side with an impeachment, Donald Trump is banned from office, and we never have to deal with him again, which would be a positive, or if he doesn't get impeached, we're still going to move forward because Joe Biden and the Democrats right at this point are in control. The Republicans can't do much about it. They can't hide it anymore. Those people, when the change comes, when this country pivots to a more positive level, these people will be left standing with their mouths agape, holding their least impressive appendage. And they won't know what to do. So see this as a turning point. See this as a change in the whole attitude of this country, because that's what it is, and that's what it will be. We'll watch this impeachment, and whether it turns out Trump is convicted or he's not convicted, don't get excited either way. This isn't what matters. It's what after this is what matters. People are saying, where are all the other indictments? Where's that happening? Well, they're not going to do it till after the impeachment. Donald Trump is the king of the delay. If they start indicting him now, he'll say, oh, I don't have time for this. You're going to have to delay it and delay it, because I'm getting impeached. That's how he does things. That's how we've seen him do everything for 4 years. So if you're worried and excited that he's going to slip away unaccountable, don't. Because he's going to be accountable. We've got people in the SDNY, the Attorney General's office at the New York and Georgia, that have been working very hard, very diligently, and spending a lot of time and money to put this together to get Donald Trump for his crimes. If you think they're just going to let this go because, it's over now, or we don't feel like doing it, that's not going to happen. It will happen, but not till after the impeachment. So whether Donald Trump is held accountable in the Senate is important. We'd like to see that happen. It doesn't make it easier or better for Donald Trump down the road. He's going to be accountable. He is going to pay a price one way or another. What that's going to be, not sure yet. But trust that it's coming. Don't get too hyped about the impeachment. It's a big deal, but it's not the end game. The end game is yet to come, and Donald Trump's judgment will go forward. And he will be judged for the type of human being and type of president he was. So just lay back. Watch how things play out. Be patient and trust good will win out. Thanks for watching me on Rational Boomer.